Hello everybody, so in this video we will be looking at the LeetCode problem 75, that is sort colors. So the problem statement states that we are given an array nums with an object colored red, white or blue. So what we are given n elements which are either colored red, white or blue, and we have to sort them in place. Okay, let us just forget this word in place, so that the object of the same color are adjacent with the colors in order of red, white and blue. And we will use integers to demonstrate or represent these colors. 0 represents red, so 0, okay, let us suppose this is red, so 0 represents red, 1 represents white and 2 represents blue. So this is what it is. So I have to just sort these colors. So let us suppose this is my example. So what I have to return in the end is something like 0 0 1 1 and 2 2. So how can you do this? So a simple method that will come into your brain as you read this question is just sort it, just sort it, just sort it. So we can sort it using a lot of sort methods. We can use insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, quick sort, and we can also use the sort method in the STL, like sort arr comma arr plus n, and it will just sort it in increasing order and will give you the answer. But the time complexity for this sort will be n log n. And can we do better? Yes, we can. We can do a counting sort. We can do a counting sort. If you don't know counting sort, I'll be making another video. But counting sort, what we will do, we'll just take a array of the size of, like, size will be of 3 size array, 0 1 and 2 indexed, because the maximum value will be 2, so it will be a 3 size array. And for each 0 I'll increment the value. So for each, if I see, okay, arr of I equals to 0, so in this arr of 2 I'll do arr of 2 of arr of I plus plus, and it will be initialized with 0. And then I'll traverse, and for each of these I'll just put the value into another array. So it will be just taking O of n for first traversal, and in the worst case O of n, and a space complexity of O of n. So it is the time complexity and it is a space complexity. But in the question, as we have seen, that we have to do this in place. That means we cannot use any extra space. So we have to do this without using any extra space. So how we will do that? So if I just ignore the colors and take it as 0 1 and 2, this is red, this is white and this is blue. So what we can do is, there is an algorithm known as touch national flag algorithm. So from we will have 3 pointers, one will be low, one will be mid and one will be high. So low to 0 to low will tell my color red, then low plus 1 to mid will tell my color white, and till mid to high will tell my color blue. So what we will do, we will traverse, like my example was 202110. So my example was 202110. So what we'll be doing, initially my low will be 0, my mid will also be 0, so this is my low, this is my mid here, and here is my high. What I'll do, I'll just traverse and I'll traverse till my, we'll see till when we will traverse, but okay, I'll go and I'll see, okay, my mid equals to 2, my high is here, so I see my mid equals to 2. So what I'll do, I will swap high and mid, so that will make this array as 0 0 2 1 1 2, and my high comes here, and my mid is still here, and my low is still here. So that is what we will do. Now again, in the next step we see, okay, my mid is 0, so what we will do, we will swap mid of low. So what we will do in the next step is we will swap my mid and low. So what I will get is, again I'll get 0 0 2 1 1 2, and my low will go here as well as my mid will go here. So mid is also here, low is also here. So what we are doing is, when I see my ARR of mid is equal to 0, I'm swapping low and mid, and my low goes one step ahead and my mid also goes one step ahead. Okay, now again it is same, my low comes here and my mid comes here. So for the next step I have something like this, and this is my mid, this is my mid, and this is my low, and here is my high. Okay, so I see, okay, my mid is 2, so I'll swap this. So what I will get, I will get 0 0 2, oh sorry, 0 0 1, then 1, then 2, and 2. Now my high is here and my mid is here. Now when I see my mid equals to 1, I'll do nothing and my mid just moves ahead. So my mid is here, I'll see my mid is 1, so I'll just move ahead. Now my mid is here and my high is here. So whenever my mid goes greater than high, my loop will terminate and I'll come out and I'll get my sorted array in the end. So for the pseudo code, if I write, so M is mid, H is high, and L is low. So while my M is less than equal to H, if ARR of M equals to 0, what I'll do, I'll swap M and low. Here it is ARR, the values in them, not the indexes, and my low plus plus and my mid plus plus. That is what I'll do. Then else if it is not 0, then it will be 1 or 2. So if my ARR of M equals to 1, I'll just do one thing, I'll do mid plus plus. I don't have to do anything, it is already sorted, because my mid will represent the area from from between mid and high will represent my 1, and else if it is nothing, then I'll swap mid and high, M and H, and I'll do a high minus minus, and in the end I'll have my sorted array. So if I just code this, so int n equals to nums dot size, and this algorithm is Dutch natural for algorithm, and if I discuss the time complexity, I'll just write it here only. So the time complexity will be big O of n, and the space complexity will be big O of 1, that is constant space. So my low is equal to 0, my mid is also 0, and my high equals to n minus 1. So while mid is less than equal to high, I'll check if my nums of mid equals to 0. If that is the case, I'll swap nums of mid and nums of low. That is what I'll do. And one thing more, I'll also increase my mid by 1 and my low by 1. If this is not the case, then what else can be the cases? That is, my nums of mid is pointing to 1, that is the value is 1. So I'll do nothing, I'll just do mid plus plus. Else what I'll do, I'll swap nums of mid and nums of high. So I'm swapping them here, and my high decreases by 1, so high minus minus. I don't have to return anything, so let us just run this. It should be working fine. So as you can see, this test case is running, so let us just submit this. So it should be submitted by now. So as you can see, it is submitted and it's working fine. And as I already discussed, the time complexity is big O of n, as we are just traversing through this loop only once, and in the worst case it will be O of n. when the my array given to me is already sorted. So the time complexity will be O of 1 and space complexity is O of time complexity will be O of n and the space complexity is O of 1, because we are not using any external extra space and it is done in place. So thank you for watching the video and make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. See you in the next video.